In my view, Berlin is one of the best cities because it's got everything we're looking for: history, culture, and a 24-hour party scene. Just 2 hours away from London, it's been reborn as a capital city. The major sites of Berlin include Brandenburg Gate, built to celebrate Prussian military supremacy, the Berlin Wall, of course, erected overnight in 1961 to separate East from West, and the Holocaust Memorial that was completed in 2005. It's a city that's been at the epicentre of 2 world wars and the Cold War. And yet there's another side to Berlin, one that isn't weighed down by history. There's a wild, artistic, bohemian side, full of naked saunas, ping-pong bars, and 1920s cabaret. And that's the Berlin that I intend to find and to live for the next 24 hours. Perfect for a weekend break or a longer trip, there is loads to do here. If you want history and culture, it's all around you. But for me, Berlin is about something more alternative. And for that, I'm heading into what used to be the Jewish quarter in East Berlin to visit the cooperative art studio Tacklers. After the wall came down in 1989, a subculture of free expression and spontaneity grew here. This is one of the most iconic artistic buildings in Berlin, but just 17 years ago, it was a squat. The building was due to be knocked down. In fact, demolition had already begun. And then a group of rebellious artists moved in, claiming it as an historical landmark. And you can see, the building is still standing, which just goes to prove that not all artists are lazy buggers. It's absolutely covered in works of art, and as an open studio, the artists are still hard at work as you wander around. Anyone can just drop in. Now, this must be quite an inspiring space to work in. You obviously want people to come in here and to buy your art, but is it an invasion sometimes if you're in the flow of something? Creative?
Well, it depends. Sometimes the house doesn't belong to us. Sometimes the house belongs to the tourists here who are having a good time.
But all these, I mean, they're for sale. You want to sell them, so you need people to come in.
Yeah, I might sell them. Yeah, I might sell them.
How much is that one over there that I like? Oh, big one on the right.
What kind of shoes you're wearing?
Okay, I've got trainers on. Look.
Oh, well, that's not much. That then would be like 350 euros.
350 euros for that. See, I like it for that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Chop, chop. Chop, chop.
What else you would say here? Schnell, schnell. Look, it's Boris Becker. I bought myself a painting. But now, what about Berlin's legendary nightlife? Getting around the city is really easy. It's €2 for a ticket, and if you don't speak German, don't worry, because most people here speak English. This is what I've really been looking forward to. I mean, Berlin was the home of cabaret back in its heyday in the 1920s. All those gin-fueled nights with leg-raising girls and a hell-raising compere. So 70 years on, I wonder if the girls are still kicking up a fuss. Situated in the south of the city, Bar Jeder Vernunft puts on one of the best shows in town, with tickets costing between 30 and 50 euros. So you're very busy, girls, 6 nights a week. What are the audiences like?
Some nights it's really dry, but some nights you get really, really good audiences.
But amazing costumes you have. That must be such fun as well. Such great part of it.
It is, yeah.
Do you argue over who's wearing what?
No, because we all have our own separate characters.
Colours.
So mine's kind of like the lesbian person, so I wear all the kind of androgynous clothes.
That's androgynous? Okay.
I'm the most masculine, and then we have the most girly one.
Yeah, I'm the little diva.
Can you do any leg kicking for me in here?
Yeah.
Wow. That's flexibility, I must say. Well, the whole thing's in German, but I have to say it's pretty easy to follow. And it is sexy, it's raunchy, it's funny, it's entertaining. But look at this, it's terrific. Now from cabaret to another Berlin institution, and this one is in the Prenzlauer Berg district. I'm now going to learn how to make friends using the medium of ping pong. This is the legendary Dr. Pongs, where a killer game of ping pong is used as an opportunity to meet new people. As far as I can work out, it's sort of a sporty speed dating. So Philip, how am I going to make friends and play ping pong at the same time? How does it work?
Oh, it's so easy. You just have to play and talk to the next person next to you.
So that's it, you just get into the game?
Yeah, and it's so easy to meet new people.
So the trick is play next to somebody that you fancy?
Exactly. That's what everybody does here.
Hey, Mr. New Yorker! You can just turn up, it's free, and if the game is going strong, it stays open till 4 AM. I've got a real chance, I'm feeling it. there we go. I did pretty well. I mean, I stayed in for a while. And strangely, you do get a little bit out of breath as well. You get fit while you're doing this. You do get a bit out of breath. But maybe that's just all the cigarette smoke. I don't know. I'm liking the ping pong bar, I must say. Well, I didn't meet the man of my dreams in the ping pong bar, but I'm beginning to understand why a night out in Berlin is so popular. The whole place has real energy, with a huge range of bars and clubs coming to life around 12 o'clock. It's now 2 a.m. and with trains running all night on a Friday and a Saturday, even at this time in the morning, there are plenty of people around. It's great because you feel pretty safe, and as seems to be the way in Berlin, there's always someone to talk to.
Yeah, movie, cool. Berlin is a party city.
You are right. And even at the end of the night, Berlin can be full of surprises. He was in the ping pong bar! He was in the ping pong bar! He was the man in the sweater playing ping pong! Berlin caters for every sort of tourist with different types of accommodation from over 200 to under 50 euros a night. But I try and book at least 2 weeks in advance. After a hard night out, there's one place Berliners love to go and relax. Sauna spa centres like this one are incredibly popular in Berlin with everyone every day of the week. Later on today, about 300 people will be in here. Mixed sex, and they'll all be naked. When in Rome. Public saunas cost between 5 and 15 euros, and you can usually pay more for a private room if you're feeling modest. So people of all ages come here, of mixed sex, and they're all naked. Some people in the world find that a bit strange.
Yeah, on the one side I can understand this, on the other side it's like a typical German thing. It's like a rule in Germany, if you go to the sauna you have to be naked.
Okay, here's the big question, Benjamin. How often do you get naked a week?
How often?
Yeah.
At most once.
At least once a week.
At least once a week, yeah.
Berlin is one of the most eccentric cities I've ever been to. It's weird and wonderful in every way, and I can honestly say I haven't met a single dull person. I mean, where else in the world can you eat a chicken schnitzel naked with your granny?